Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. As COVID numbers continue to creep up, some arts and entertainment facilities are requiring masks to be worn at all times. Others are still looking into how June's numbers will shape up before they install mask mandates. Still, the facilities are continuing to move forward towards full seasons. On this episode, I'll be talking about the start of farmers market season in Berkshire County, several new art exhibits going on throughout the county, the chance to enter a poetry contest, and new concerts and plays going on. Plus, I'll be reviewing the 2022 film Moonfall. First, it's time for this episode's trivia question. This episode's question is, what is the highest grossing disaster movie of all time? Now, for this episode's local headlines. First, it's time for the annual WWHEN Farmers Market Preview. Farmers markets are extremely popular in the summertime, and throughout Berkshire County, many of them will be happening. Let's start up north in North Adams. Their farmers market runs from June 4th through October 22nd. It will be held on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at St. Elizabeth's parking lot near St. Anthony's Drive and Marshall Street. In Williamstown, their farmers market runs until October 22nd. It will go on Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the base of Spring Street. In Lanesboro, the Berkshire Area Farmers Market will be taking place on Saturdays at the parking lot of the former Berkshire Mall from 8 to 2 p.m. until October 29th. In Pittsfield, theirs is located at the Common Park on 101st Street. It is the only teen-run farmers market in Berkshire County. It will take place from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. In West Stockbridge, theirs will be held at the Foundry Green on Harris Street on Thursdays from now until October 6th. Hours are 3 to 6 p.m. Next, in Great Barrington, theirs will take place at 18 Church Street on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. until November. Lee's Farmers Market will be held at 25 Park Place from now until October 8th. This will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Finally, the Sheffield Farmers Market will be held at the Old Parish Church parking lot on Fridays, 3 to 6 p.m. The summer version of this farmers market will be held until October 7th. Mask requirements vary depending on the farmers market itself. If you have any questions, you can visit the website BerkshireGrown.org. There, you can further visit the specific websites for all the farmers markets I have mentioned. Our next story takes us to North Adams for a trip to an art exhibit. Artist Sergei Isupov is from the Ukraine, but has lived in the United States for the past 28 years. His sculptures, shown in past and present, are tiny universes that are filled with never-ending narratives in them. There are men and women engaged in intimate conversations, traveling in cars and on foot, as well as smaller details such as a mechanic fixing a car or a couple relaxing. In all of his artwork, there is urgency, but also hope. In an interview with the Berkshire Eagle, Yusupov said, quote, "I didn't want to be political, but I want to be human," end quote. His artwork was inspired by Ceramics in the Expanded Field, a group show which is on display at Mass MoCA. Sergei Yusupov, past and present, is currently on display at the Wehry Contemporary Art Museum. This is located at 1315 Mass MoCA Way in North Adams. Gallery hours are Thursday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. On June 4th, Yusupov will be speaking himself with an artist talk and reception to follow. Masks are not required, but they very much are recommended. Are you interested in poetry? The Slate Roof Press is accepting submissions for the 2022 Elise Wolf Prize for Poetry Chapbooks. A chapbook is a small pamphlet, which typically contains poetry. Slate Roof publishes limited edition art quality chapbooks with letterpress covers. Winners make a 3-year commitment to the press, including monthly meetings, and share work responsibilities for many aspects of publishing. Eligible poets must live in Western Massachusetts, including Berkshire County. Those interested in entering their poems must do so by June 15th. To read all the rules for the contest, visit the website shown here. By signing up for this event, you automatically become a member of Slate Roof. The winning poems will be chosen via a blind read. The guest house at the Field Farm in Williamstown will be displaying a brand new art exhibit titled Counterculture. This was commissioned as part of the Trustees of Reservation, Art, and the Landscape Public Art Series. The installation consists of 12 hollow concrete clay forms supported by steel gauze wireframes that stand approximately 9 feet tall. The artist is Rose B. Simpson. She is an indigenous artist from Santa Clara Pueblo, New Mexico. She comes from a tribe that is famous for ceramics made by women. Counterculture opens on June 18th. The Field Farm is located at 554 Sloan Road in Williamstown. It is free to the public. There will be 30-minute walk and talk tours taking place on Saturdays at noon from July 9th through September 3rd. Masks are not required, although they are recommended. As arts and entertainment venues are reopening up, the Stationery Factory in Dalton will be holding many concerts. They are powering full steam ahead. On a previous WWHEN episode, you may recall I discussed an 80s-style concert that they hosted in April. For the summer, they have 3 major concerts going on. The first band is The Fools. This is a rock band mixed with a little bit of country music. They will be performing on June 11th at 7:30 p.m. Next, Danny Klein's Full House will be playing on August 27th. This is a cover country band known for their on-stage camaraderie. The concert starts at 8 p.m. Finally, American Idol finalist Tristan McIntosh will be covering songs from icon Linda Ronstadt in the Linda Ronstadt Experience. This concert will take place on September 9th, also starting at 8 p.m. The Stationery Factory has not yet announced its mask mandate policy. Still, with COVID numbers on the rise, it may be a good idea to wear one. Visit eventbrite.com to purchase tickets. Our next stop is the Unicorn Theater in Stockbridge, which is part of the Berkshire Theater Group, for their first production of the season. This is a play titled B.R.O.K.E.N Code B.I.R.D Switching. This was previously mentioned on WWHEN. In this play, after an unbearable loss, a grieving attorney takes a pro bono case representing a black teenager accused of murder. When an alluring stranger steps in to help, she is left questioning who she is and what she wants. While fighting for the young man's innocence, she is forced to confront the devastating truth about marriage, race, and the woman she has chosen to be. In a statement on her website, playwright Tara L. Wilson said, quote, "I believe in the power of words. I believe they are the greatest strength this world has. I feel very fortunate that I could use my words to craft this story. It is a story of race and identity, of promise and purpose, but perhaps more importantly, it is the story of the potency of being seen. The universe needs to be seen for who we are. When we truly see each other, we can begin an honest dialogue. I hope this play can succeed in beginning that conversation," end quote. B.R.O.K.E.N Code B.I.R.D Switching runs from June 23rd through July 9th. Patrons must be fully vaccinated, and proof of vaccination and ID are required for all events. Fully vaccinated means the performance date must be at least 14 days after the second dose of a 2-dose vaccine, or at least 14 days after a single-dose vaccine. Masks are not mandatory, but they are recommended. There will be 2 special nights. On June 30th, there will be a talkback night with playwright Tara Wilson, and on July 5th, there will be a sensory-friendly night for those with severe disabilities. To purchase tickets, visit BerkshireTheaterGroup.org. Now for a couple of popular concerts at Tanglewood in Lenox. As mentioned previously on a WWHEN episode, Tanglewood will be bringing back its popular summer concert series. This is a series of concerts in which famous musical artists perform for one night at the famed Tanglewood stage. The first of these concerts is the Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band. The former Beatle drummer was scheduled to perform in Tanglewood in 2020, but then the pandemic struck. He then moved his concert to 2021 when a surge caused yet another delay. His concert will now take place, hopefully, knock on wood, on June 17th. Those who had tickets to the original concert have multiple options. Tickets will be honored for the postponed date. If you are unable to attend the June 17th concert, you can contact Symphony Charge at 1-617-266-9999 12100 or email tickets@bso.org to receive a refund or further assistance. Another concert happening will be Bonnie Raitt with special guest Lucinda Williams on June 18th. Combined, these two lady legends of rock have over 15 Grammys and have influenced an entire generation of female musicians in many genres. Their concert starts at 7 p.m. Tickets for the popular summer concert series are available at Tanglewood's website at bso.org/Tanglewood. You can also call their phone number at 1-888-266-12100. Hours of phone service are Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturdays from 12:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. As for their COVID rules and policies, in a statement on their website, quote, "We continue to collaborate with 9 Foundations, Inc., led by Dr. Joseph G. Allen, to ensure that we are adapting to the best available science and practices to reduce COVID transmission. To respond appropriately to the evolving COVID-19 pandemic, we will share our safety protocols for the summer closer to the season," end quote. Masks are probably going to be required at some point. Are you curious about the nature of the Berkshires and what animals, flowers, and other organisms live in it? The Berkshire Museum in Pittsfield is offering an exhibit titled The Berkshire Backyard. Here, you can examine the beautiful, strange, and incredibly specialized adaptations of beetles, butterflies, and other insects. You can also compare and contrast birds and bears from different habitats and learn about which types of flowers and plants are native to the Berkshires. It's great for kids who have an interest in biology. Hours for the Berkshire Museum are Mondays through Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Masks are required for children and recommended for adults. To purchase tickets, visit berkshiremuseum.org. It's now time for this episode's movie portion of WWHEN. The film we will be reviewing this episode is the 2022 disaster film Moonfall. In Moonfall, a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit and sends it hurtling on a collision course with Earth. With mere weeks before impact and the world on the brink of annihilation, NASA executive and former astronaut Joe Fowler is convinced he has the key to saving us all. But only one astronaut from her past, Brian Harper, and conspiracy theorist Casey Houseman believe her. These unlikely heroes will mount an impossible last-ditch mission into space, leaving behind everyone they love, only to find out that our moon is not what we think it is. So what did I think of this movie? To me, it was a great disaster film made by the king of them, Roland Emmerich. Among his other disaster movies have been Independence Day, Day After Tomorrow, and 2012, all of which are classics of the genre. The movie has all the typical great action scenes you've come to expect from him, characters that maintain a rooting interest, and a tense and dramatic story. The one issue that I have with this movie, without spoiling anything, is that the movie goes a bit to left field with its explanation of why the moon is in trouble. It's a little bizarre, even for a disaster movie. Still, Moonfall will probably end up like most of Emmerich's works, being played on cable TV for many nights to come. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, I give Moonfall an 8.5. Speaking of disaster movies, it's now time for the answer to this episode's trivia question. As a reminder, this episode's question was, what is the highest grossing disaster movie of all time? The answer is Independence Day. The classic 1996 film earned over $300 million at the United States box office. It is one of the most famous summer blockbusters of all time and Roland Emmerich's biggest hit. It also started the trend of movies showing teasers and trailers at the Super Bowl. While the film was still in post-production, Fox Studios began a massive marketing campaign to help promote the film, beginning with the airing of a dramatic commercial during Super Bowl 30, for which it paid $1.3 million. The film's subsequent success at the box office resulted in the current trend of using Super Bowl airtime to kick off the advertising campaign for potential blockbusters. That ends this episode of Wehry Weekly History and Entertainment News. If you would like to watch this or any other WWHEN episode again, you can visit Pittsfield TV's and CTSB TV's websites shown here, or visit NBCTC's Facebook page. Also, if you would like to see the episodes in HD quality, make sure to check out my YouTube page at RT Wehry. Thank you.